Mimi was a little cat who loved nothing more than sitting in front of the TV and watching cartoons. One day, she saw an intriguing cartoon featuring a chef who lovingly prepared cookies. But these weren't just ordinary cookies, they were filled with various kinds of nuts: almonds, walnuts, pistachios, and hazelnuts. As soon as Mimi watched the cartoon, her heart leapt with joy, and she decided that she too would make such delicious cookies with her own paws. The very next morning, as the sun rose and its light illuminated the entire city, Mimi resolved to turn her dream into reality. She quickly jotted down a short list of ingredients: flour, sugar, butter, milk, eggs, if needed, and most importantly, a variety of nuts. With her list in hand and her little purse clutched tight, Mimi set off for the market. Her first stop was at a shop selling flour and sugar. There, a smiling elderly woman greeted her warmly and asked, "Dear, what do you need?" Showing her list, Mimi replied, "I need flour and sugar, and if you have butter, please include that too." With loving care, the shopkeeper gathered all the ingredients and handed them over, which Mimi carefully stowed in her purse. Next, Mimi moved on to a stall that sold colorful nuts. At this stall, a lively squirrel stood proudly behind her display. The squirrel said, "Everything here is fresh: almonds, walnuts, pistachios, and hazelnuts. How many would you like?" With a sparkle in her eyes, Mimi responded, "I want all kinds of nuts so that my cookies will have more color and flavor." The squirrel cheerfully packed each type of nut for Mimi, and even offered a little tip: lightly roasting the nuts enhances their flavor. Onward to the next destination, Mimi headed to a new shop to pick up milk and eggs. This shop was run by a friendly hen who herself was beaming with smiles. "I need milk and eggs that will give my cookies a soft texture and sweetness," Mimi explained. The hen kindly advised that bringing the eggs to room temperature would improve the cookie texture. Taking the advice to heart, Mimi procured the necessary items. For her final stop, Mimi visited a small dairy shop for butter and milk. Here, a sweet cow ran the shop and won Mimi's heart with her fresh dairy products. The cow proudly explained that her butter and milk were the best ingredients, the secret to making perfect cookies. Satisfied with her purchases, Mimi gathered the last of her ingredients and made her way back home. Once home, Mimi set to work in her cozy kitchen. She laid out all her ingredients and first combined the flour, sugar, and butter in a bowl. Adding in the milk and eggs, she mixed them together into a sweet, silky dough. As she stirred, the delightful scenes from the cartoon returned to her mind: the chef's tender manner, the golden hue of the cookies, and the delicious taste of every nut. Mimi mixed finely chopped nuts into the dough, each adding its own unique texture and flavor. With love and care, she shaped the dough into round cookies and placed them on a baking tray, sliding them into the preheated oven. Soon, a sweet aroma filled the kitchen, and when the timer chimed, she pulled out a tray of perfectly golden cookies, just like the ones she had seen in the cartoon. But Mimi didn't stop there. She decorated each cookie with colorful icing, sprinkles, and extra nuts, making them a reflection of her dreams and hard work. Then, she set up a small gathering with her closest friends, her doll, the friendly crow from the market, and the kind elderly woman who had sold her the flour and sugar. As they enjoyed the cookies together, Mimi could taste the effort, love, and creativity in every bite. At that moment, she realized that this wasn't just about baking cookies, it was the start of something bigger. Small dreams, when pursued with dedication, can bring great joy. Every shopping trip, every meeting, and every moment spent gathering ingredients had turned into a meaningful lesson. Under the soft moonlight, as she shared her cookies with her friends, her heart filled with happiness and hope. She made a promise to herself: tomorrow would bring a new day, a new recipe, and a new story.